going to check that door.
The south one?
Yeah.
This door? Okay. So as you get to that door, again, just another creak and peek?
Yeah.
Or you're just checking the door?
Is it too late to say that I checked the ceilings in this room?
It's not too late. But yeah, you guys have spent some time, a minute or two in here already. Nothing has seemed to have come out at you. And as you're kind of still looking around, there seem to be no other sludgy boys in this room.
Yeah, I will cautiously open and kind of take a peek inside.
Okay.
I'm not going to storm in.
Of course. So yeah, you check that door. You see it opens. It doesn't. It's not locked. You slowly kind of creak the door open. You peek inside, and what you see is four like walking corpses, zombies, essentially. They're just kind of, some of them have rags, some of them are wearing basically nothing. Their skin is, completely sunken in, and there's not. With some of them, there's not much left on their bones at all, anyway. But yeah, they're just all kind of meandering about around the room. But what you also notice in this room is you also notice the smell. But unlike the rotting food that you guys ran into just earlier, it has a much more like floral scent. It smells like jasmine and lavender. And there's all kinds of like flowers around the room and stuff like that. And all of these look like they're in pretty decent condition.
The flowers or the corpses?
The flowers. The flowers look quite nice. So yeah, what all would you...
There's no other doors in this room?
From there, you do not see any other rooms in that room.
And there's nothing in particular besides the flowers in this room?
Lots of flowers and four critters walking around.
Should we dispatch of these creatures or let them be?
I mean, they're already dead. Seems like our job's already done. A stiff door should keep them out of our way.
Very well. Just close it back.
Okay. So you just gently close it back? Or
Pretty
you
gently.
Slam it?
No.
So you know, like, man.
Pretty gently.
Okay. Yeah, you gently close the door, and yeah. Nothing else happens. What would you like to do now?
Maybe go to the next door up towards the left.
Okay. So you go up to this door, and you go to try it. This door is locked.
Tungsten is going to try the brass key he found in the display case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, you bust out that key, and you're able to unlock it, and you are, it clicks, and the door is able to turn.
Again, Tungsten's learned a lot about stealth, or whatever you call it, so he's going to, like,
3 o'clock. Yeah.
So he's going to, like, gently try to open the door, stick his massive head through, look both ways, like resting both his shoulders on the door frame, because he is built like a tortilla chip.
So another creak and peek in this doorway.
Yeah. He's probably not doing a great job of being stealthy. I'll give you that one for free.
Sure.
It's a gift for the DM.
Yeah.
Where did you find this key? How did you know it would work?
It was just laying about, pointing into the room that we're currently in. I didn't know it would work, but needs must.
Very well.
He wasn't actively trying to keep it from you. He just didn't think it would be important.
Oh, but he was in the shadows is a little bit upset. He would never say as much.
Yeah, so you... Oh, hang on.
Trouble in Paradise.
Yeah, because, it's weird how the layers work, and so there's stuff that you can't see yet.
I mean, Tungsten and he who toils in the shadows.
A little drama in our Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah.
2 months later, he's going to bring it up in an argument. Well, you hit that key for me.
Yeah, so you are peeking into this room. This room is definitely, it's definitely darker in this room as opposed to a few of the other rooms. There is one kind of singular torch, like in the center of the room. Oops, in the center of the room, about here along the wall. It's giving off a very small diameter worth of light. In this room, however, you do kind of hear a lot of a lot of rustling and stuff along the floor. And what you see is there are almost covering the floor in insects and bugs, all kinds of little creepy crawlies along the floor. So you kind of hear that of stuff moving around all over the place on the floor. And as you kind of focus in just a little bit, you hear again a similar sound that you've heard before. You hear this. You hear what sounds like a crying child. But it sounds like it's much kind of farther back into the room. What do you do now?
We can't see anything besides like the torch in this room.
Yeah,
it's darker.
Yeah, this room is very much darker. You don't see a whole lot. You might get, there might be a crack in the window or through the curtains of the window. You might get a little bit of ambient light from the open door, but it's really hard to see anything else in this room.
Tungsten's going to turn to Hugh Toils in the shadows. Another one of those three-headed freaks in there.
Now you have your fancy new contraptions.
Tungsten clearly wasn't planning to go into this room, but the moment you suggested he could do violence with these guns, he's warmed up to the idea. The insects are just set dressing. They're not like an active thing we need to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Tungsten...
Why ask me?
Tungsten is going to take a lantern out, and he's going to light his lantern to see if he can see more into the room.
Okay. Yeah. So as soon as you do that, you light it up, and you hold it out, and again, see pretty much what you presumed and what the DM just described. Lots of insects, a lot of them that kind of scurrying away from the light. You know what I mean? They don't like the light so much. A lot of roaches and stuff like that. So as you're kind of moving through it, they're all kind of scurrying about. So yeah, you have a pretty decent amount of light kind of around yourself.
Yeah.
But so far that is currently all the movement that you see as you are entering.
Did the crying sound like it was coming from like the right side of this room, or because Tungsten is making his way towards the torch, if anything?
Sure. Okay, so you're making your way over here. So the torch is over here, but you hear the crying more toward like the back.
Okay.
So still quite a few feet away from that. So as you're kind of going off to your left toward the torch, if we're to use the light there, you kind of hear the crying, kind of farther out.
This isn't his first rodeo. The torch placement is weird. So he's making his way towards the torch, and once he gets to it, he's going to give it like a light tug, just to see if that does anything. And if it doesn't, then he's probably just going to leave the room.
Okay.
Because that's like the only interesting thing I can see in it. Right?
Okay, yeah. So you go, so like tug as in like a
He
lever?
thinks it's a
Like,
lever.
okay.
Yeah, he thinks it's a lever.
Yeah, so you go to tug on it and you get a little bit of resistance. Give me a strength check.
I'm going to roll with a good die because I want this to succeed. Okay, that is 14.
Okay. You go to reach for it, and you give it that kind of lever action tug, right? Like, kind of pivot with it, and it, and now you have a torch. It basically just pops right off the wall. Clearly, whatever wall anchors that they were using.
He very smoothly turns and passes the torch to he who toils in the shadows, as
Literally.
if that was always his intention.
Mm-hmm. Take it.
Okay. So now you have a torch.
Great.
And you still hear that.
Can we still don't see anything else in this room?
You
even
currently can't
that far into
see it. Yeah, it's still, it's still, at this point, it's still about, 10, 15 feet away from you guys.
He's going to shoot at it.
He's going to shoot in that general direction?
Yep. That's
Okay.
exactly what he's going to do.
Okay. Give me an attack roll. It'll just be really high because you can't see it.
Yeah. That's not great. That's only a 12.
Okay. So you take aim in that general direction. Since you guys have seen these things kind of perched along the ceiling, you're kind of aiming up, and you take your shot, and it misses. You just kind of see this whole kind of, you see debris from the ceiling kind of fly out, and then this sludgy starts kind of coming in your general direction, and it starts coming right for you guys.
Does it have 3 heads or just the one?
Just one. So we could roll for initiative if we're gonna stand here and fight it.
I think we had decided to fight this one.
Okay.
That's 5 for initiative.
Okay, yep, so you guys will go first. It finally starts kind of coming into the light between the torch and the lantern that you have. You're starting to, and your eyes are adjusting a little bit. You're starting to kind of get a feel for it. And you see this thing that's starting to come towards you guys. What would you like to do?
I'm going to swing at it with the flail.
Nice. Go ahead and give me your attack roll.
Probably will have to put the torch on the ground because I also have the shield.
That's good. Good call.
Point of
Yeah.
order.
So you just kind of toss it down, or?
I will gently place it down.
Got it. Okay.
As urgently as I possibly can.
Okay.
Gently but urgently.
Yeah.
19.
19 definitely hits.
D8 we said, right? On the flail.
D8 for flail.
For 8.
Oh. Okay. So yeah, you step into it and it just absolutely splatters. But unlike with the firearm that actually projects it away from you, roll me a d20.
Okay.
Should have said you were giving it a golf swing. Get it away from
I
you.
did. It's a flail. It's literally a moving.
Yeah.
just a flat D20.
Yep.
2.
Okay.
Crucially, not a 1.
Well, actually,
I think it was evens odds, wasn't it?
in this particular case, so you smash through it, right? And being a flail, it probably has at least like a 5-foot reach, and you're just absolutely able to just smash it. This thing, like many of the others that you've seen so far, it just kind of pops, but it doesn't. It's not like huge explosion. It just kind of, and it just kind of falls and splats basically about where you hit it. It just kind of, and
Approximately 2 feet worth
approximately
of splatter.
2 feet worth of splatter.
Great.
And it just kind of splashes down to the to the ground.
I'll say like I kind of flailed at it overhand,
Yeah.
and most of the splatter kind of went straight down.
Right. And yeah, you see all of this searing, acidy reaction to all the insects that it impacted with on the ground. Just and you get that nice aroma of cooked insects.
Right.
And you have destroyed this sludgy boy in here, and you presently have no other things to contend with currently.
I reload.
We should walk the outer perimeter of the room, since apparently it was like very dark and we couldn't really see towards the far reach.
Yeah.
So I'll pick the torch back up and kind of do a lap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this room was kind of like a forward, like, kind of like a living room, you know what I mean? You see like sofas and different kind of chairs and stuff. A lot of it has been kind of scooched out to the sides and whatnot. So most of the rest of the room is fairly open. You see lots of furniture and stuff like that. But yeah, as you're walking around, you don't see any other critters and stuff, other than the literal critters along the floor.
Okay.
Okay.
We can make our way back.
All right.
Well, there's one more doorway across the hall, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So there's one more doorway out here. As you guys make your way over to that door, again, as you go to kind of creak and peek, you're able to. The door's not locked. It opens pretty easily. As you kind of peek into this room, you see that there is a large, essentially like a banquet table. This one does not do it justice, but you see this large banquet table. It is filled with food. This map doesn't really do it justice, but it's just like a formal dining hall. It's a very large, long banquet table. There are all kinds of serving trays and stuff. There's all kinds of food along.
Is it rotten?
On the table. This food, however, is not. Well, I should clarify. It doesn't look rotten. When was the last time that you all ate?
Relatively recently.
I think a bit longer for Tungsten. He hasn't had any snack bags presented to him.
Mm-hmm.
He did have a day's worth of food, so he probably ate before they dropped Vincent off at this village. But from the village to this point, he probably hasn't eaten recently.
Mm-hmm.
His first instinct is to refill his food bag, his provisions with the food on this table.
Okay. Why don't you all give me a presence roll?
Okay.
This food isn't particularly appealing to he who toils in the shadows, right? Does he get an advantage on this?
It's a really bad roll.
That's 14.
4.
Wait for the plane.
Yeah, I think it's been about 4 hours since Tungsten ate, which is a while, but isn't
What was sorry, what was yours again?
4.
Oof, okay, I was gonna say as you get to this food, you know what? That's not the thing you normally eat.
No,
right?
I have eaten recently, and okay. So he who toils in the shadows will eat regular food.
Okay.
But he hungers for a more
rare diet.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So as you guys kind of go up to the table, especially Tungsten, you go up to the table and you start to kind of pick up the food to like put it in your bag. But as soon as you do start to pick it up, very similarly to the weapons, like as soon as you picked it up, it just started to like rot away in your hands. Like, so as soon as you're picking up food, you thinking you're gonna save up for another day or two later, as soon as you pick up this food, it immediately starts to kind of, decay and mold right in your hand. And so like in one motion, as soon as you're picking it up, you just see it, bread starts to get all green and gray and gets all gross, and meat just starts to get all moldy and gross.
Tungsten's gonna give like a long suffering sigh, because this kind of like thing is common when you delve a dungeon, and it just right to the knuckle in his nose.
I think he who dwells in the shadows will, in solidarity, give it the old.
Just scratching some scabs off his brain.
Yeah.
A couple of guys nose deep.
Almost catching a good idea from the poking.
Especially since you had obviously very recently eaten, and this isn't what you would normally eat. You guys are able to resist just going to town at it immediately, and so as you're kind of interacting with it and you're picking it up, you see it is actually it's rotten. It is absolutely it essentially disintegrates in your own hands. So you also see there is another door along the far side of this room as well. But yeah, all this, and as you start maybe throwing the food back down, the rest of it starts to kind of like mold and disintegrate too, as if there was maybe some kind of illusion or something that you're finally able to see through, and it all just kind of looks putrid and horrid in front of you.
Tungsten's just gonna kind of aside to he who dwells in the shadows. This mansion sucks.
I tend to agree with you, Tungsten.
I think he's gonna go through the door that leads back into that hallway that we've been into before.
This one here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then from there, I think he'll go to the door at the end of the hallway.
Okay. Yeah, so you come out of this room, and then from there it's to your left. You go down to this door that is presently at the end of the hallway. And what do we like to do now?
He's gonna, maybe a little bit less politely this time, but he's gonna on the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then if there's any response, regardless of if there's any response, he's gonna open the door.
Okay. You go to knock on the door. Nobody says anything. Nobody answers or opens the door. So from the outside, you don't hear anything. But you're going to go ahead and try to open the door?
Yes.
Okay. As soon as you open the door, so you kind of you open the door. What this looks like is it looks like a ballroom. It's just this very large room. There's like a nice kind of flattened, like tiled surface in the center. You see kind of tables all along the perimeter. And specifically what you see, there's no music. Zero music playing. But what you see is you see two skeletons dancing together. Right? Again, no music. And these two skeletons just dancing with each other. You hear the rattling of their bones together as they're kind of moving around.
Aww.
There's one that's slightly taller, and that's the one who's leading. Someone roll me a d4.
I feel like,
I'll do it if you want me to do it.
that's a 3.
Okay.
That's what we wanted. 5.
Is that high, really? It's very mid. It's pretty mid.
It's over half,
But you don't see anything else. Like a lot of the tables, there's like white tablecloths over all of the tables. It's quite well lit. But you just see these two skeletons.
Are they dancing like in the center of the ballroom?
Yeah,
Is there a stage?
No, it's like a dance floor. You know, like I said, it's like a tiled.
There's like not
service.
a place for like a band to play at.
Not necessarily. They would, they would probably want, they would probably play off in a corner or something somewhere. But yeah, that's pretty much all you see in this room.
Tungsten's just gonna close the door.
Okay.
He's gonna turn to who Toils in the shadows. Seems intimate.
Yes,
And he'll like describe what he saw.
I'm a little bit taller than you, so I envision when you open the door, I can kind of see.
Yeah. So you guys just come out from the ballroom and back into the hallway. And as you're kind of coming out, again, you're coming out of that door, you see a few doors it would be to your right at that point. Oh, sorry. I even got it wrong in my own mind. To your left at that point, south, along the south side here, along the map, you see kind of 3 doors pretty much in a row. So which would you, or what all would you like to do now?
There's like 1 door and then there's 2 doors on like the immediate side of it, right?
Sorry, say that again?
There's like 1 door and then there's 2 doors like on the immediate sides of it.
Yeah. There's a door here, and a door here.
I think I will go to the middle door.
Okay. So you go up to this middle door, and tell me what you do with this door.
Every time he knocks, there's been like a group of things just minding their own business. So he's gonna go for that move again, and then open the door and go inside. Mm-hmm. Crucially, checking the ceiling.
Of course. So yes. So you go up to this door. You give it a knock. You don't hear anything. You try the door. It is locked. As you're kind of jiggling at the handle a little bit, you do notice about this one, kind of the plate kind of around the door handle, where a lock normally is. This is much larger. And in fact, as you're kind of inspecting and you're kind of looking upon the door face itself, this door plate, where the key is, you in fact see 3 distinct keyholes, and you can tell there's like a little something etched just above each one of those keyholes.
Tungsten's gonna spit to the side as if like warding off evil. Door puzzles. And then he'll turn to Toils in the shadows, scratch his chin a little bit. I think there's 3 keys.
I did say this earlier.
He's gonna just kind of gesture to the 2 rooms on the side of the door.
I need you to cut that in when I correctly predicted when we had 1 key that we were going to need 3.
Right,
Get some fog around the edges.
Previously.
Yeah, black and white.
Yeah.
Cutscene. Remember when? We need 1 more key.
Is the door...
Respectfully, Tungsten, we did bypass another door here.
Is the door that has the 3 keys, is it made of metal?
You don't know if it's made of metal, but this door is definitely it's definitely more substantial. You can definitely
Vincent's not going to try to bust this down at this moment, but he is going to give the door like a look of vitriol as he goes to the one slightly before it and tries that handle.
So you go back to the one previous. Yes. On your way from the ballroom originally? Okay. So you go to try that door. Same thing, you knock or you just open it?
He's just going to try to open this one.
Yeah, this door opens, and you see another bathroom. This one is, the other bathroom was nice, but this is like immaculate. Like, this bathroom, there's all kinds of, like, you know, there's fancy wallpaper, and there's stuff that's, like, plated in gold, and there's all kinds of, you know, stuff that etched in gold, and there's all kinds of fancy molding along the ceilings and whatnot. And then at the back of the room, you see this very large bathtub. You also see on the wall above the bathtub, it looks like something written maybe it looks like it might be dried blood. You would very easily be able to recognize dried blood. And you see something written on the wall. It says, "The key is in here," written on the wall. If any of you guys can actually read that.
Yeah, I certainly can.
I don't know. We've kind of pigeonholed. Tungsten is going to, like, just ignoring the writing on the wall, literally. Gonna, like, go up to the tub and kind of just look in there to see if there's anything in there.
Yeah, so you walk up to this tub, a pretty large size bathtub. As soon as you walk up, you see that there is not water in it, but this thick, like, black goo. It is very opaque. You can't actually see through the bottom. It's probably about, maybe a little bit more than halfway filled with this goop in the key. In the key. In the tub where it says the key is. So, yeah.
Is there, like, an arrow or anything, or is it just the text? The keys in here.
Yeah, it's the text, like, right above the bathtub, against the wall.
Neither of us can read it, but I would say that the presence of written words above this goop would probably signal to us that it means something important.
Does Tungsten know he can't read? Because he did read the writing on the wall in the previous adventure. So does he know he can't read?
Oh, if you did that, then it's canon.
Yeah, we've already established it. And again, remember the previous one with the scroll that you had that you weren't supposed to have to begin with.
He's going to do his very best to sound
just
out
character
this
development.
Yeah.
He's going to sound it out very slowly.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a presence.
That's 15.
Yeah.
Tungsten continues to know how to read.
Doing great.
Kind of based on what you've seen before, you kind of sound it out really carefully, with your teeth showing and everything. But yeah, you eventually are able to come to determine that it says the key is in here.
I sound this out loud so that he who toils in the shadows can hear me as I go. So he has this information as well.
Is there any kind of bucket or something nearby?
In the
receptacle.
In this bathroom, no.
Tungsten's going to shove his left hand in and go for the stopper.
Okay.
It's
also that.
So you. Which end of the bathroom of the bathtub do you go to?
Tungsten's not bright, but he's not a complete idiot. He's going for whichever end has the spout.
Got it. Okay.
He's seen a tub before. Maybe he's never used one, but he's seen them.
Okay. Give me a DR10 agility.
I know what's going to happen here.
You don't know.
Yeah, I do. It's a 4.
Okay.
I will spend one of my daily omens and allow for a reroll.
Okay.
In honor of that, I will use a better die. That's a nat 20 on the Rick roll die.
Very good.
Let's get
Very good.
Never gonna get.
I unstopper this tub in a way no one's ever unstoppered before.
Right.
stoppers it, and restoppers it all in one motion.
I'll do you something even better. All right. So you went to put your hand into this goo. Like I said, a fairly large tub. It's about just over halfway filled. You go to put your hand into this goo. Goes up to maybe about the elbow. You go and grab the plug to the bathtub. And you said you just went for it, right? Yep. You didn't test anything,
nope,
right?
No hesitation here.
That's what I heard. I just wanted to make sure. But as soon you dip your hand into the tub, you're very quickly able to get a hold of that drain plug, but also you find you're able to grab a little bit more than just the chain or whatever to that plug. You also find something that is very, very, very key shaped in your hand. But what you didn't notice, because you went so fast, is around where your arm now meets the goo or the water. You see this kind of sizzly, kind of bubbly happening action going around here. It doesn't hurt, right? Nothing is painful. And so you grab the plug and the key, and you rip your hand out, and your hand is now all bone from there down. It is. Shit. You have the plug, you have the key right in your hand, but now all of the flesh and all of the fabric and everything you were wearing on there is all gone, and you just have bone. And now the chain from a drain plug and a key that looks very similar to the other keys that you guys had before, and now a bony forearm of.
So you said it didn't hurt.
Did not hurt.
Without my tendons and muscles, can I still move the arm?
Yep. Absolutely. You're able to articulate. You're
Tungsten
able to move around.
Screams. He screams from the pit of his soul. It's the most blood-curdling scream. Just...
I think he who toils in the shadows starts to scream too.
But yeah, Tungsten had so many muscles where now there are none.
Yeah, exactly. But again, no pain. There's nothing hurts. You just now have.
That's not why he's screaming.
I know, but I'm just saying. I just want to make it clear. You're not in any kind of pain. There's no ongoing kind of. The only ongoing thing that you're going to have is that you will have a -2 to any of your strength checks with that arm.
That's why I use my left. I thought it might be something like that.
Okay, there you go. With your left hand. But yeah, you have now just a bony hand. Again, fully articulated. It's like that scene in Terminator 2, with the hand.
Tungsten's gonna scream for 10 minutes until interrupted. I just rolled a d4 to see how long that was gonna happen for. But
I think there's some sympathetic screaming, and then he who toils in the shadows, who is used to living his life in despair, will somewhat become accustomed to the screams. Mm-hmm. So while he is still rationalizing that, he's gonna. At some point, he who toils in the shadows, so Tungsten's just there. He's got the plug and so he's screaming, and he who toils in the shadows is gonna be grabs the key from the screaming Tungsten.
At 5 minutes, he's gonna start just ramming his shoulder into shit, just start breaking shit. He's fully freaking out. That not a great. He doesn't like what's happened here.
I'm going to close the door, not because I'm annoyed. I just want to give Tungsten his space to process. I will, when I find the appropriate moment, I will remind Tungsten he still has his bicep and tricep.
Yeah.
Forearms are not strong muscles.
When you come back into the restroom, once you hear the screaming is stopped, you see Tungsten's on the ground, back to the wall, kind of just tired.
Well, I won't immediately come back to the restroom. What I'm going to do is start to orient myself with presumably the 3 keys and the 3 holes.
Yeah. So when you grab that key, you'll notice, again, very similarly, it has kind of a larger handle, and on this one has kind of the looks like the engraving of like the shape of a dog.
Okay, eye, butterfly, dog.
Right. So as you inspect the...
oh, God.
As you inspect
That's
the
really bad imagery.
As you inspect the opening, you'll see that there are little symbols above each of those locks that correlate to a key. And so, you just in this order. However, it is dog, butterfly, eye.
Thank
is
God.
what you see on the. Yeah, you don't have it. No, it's very clearly on there.
I didn't like the other way it was oriented.
You
Okay.
put 2 and 2 together pretty easily.
I'm gonna place each key in its appropriate keyhole.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will go get Tungsten.
Before actually clicking them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Tungsten, I understand you have taken a great loss. We may find a healer or some mystic who may be able to return you to your former wholeness. But
Tungsten's gonna like give you like that kind of side-eye look that you give somebody who's like giving you a platitude when you've just gone through something terrible. But he is going to like take the cloak, he's gonna like wrap it around the arm, kind of like put it in like a half-ass like not cast, what do you call it, the sling. And he will not enough to like impede the movement of the arm since it's still technically working, but just enough to kind of like cover it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like more to hide the fact that it's a skeletal arm than to actually like hold it in a recovery position.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you all do then?
So go back to the door. I've placed each key in its corresponding hole.
When you come back, they're all gone. No, I'm kidding.
I think I was gonna say this, that I kept like kind of like position my body where I could kind of keep visual contact with the door. But now that they're placed there, do I feel like I need to turn them? Do I feel like is there a handle to the door itself?
Yeah, I mean, even as you were kind of putting it in there, you probably got to still turn the key, to get that click before.
Okay, then I will click them
Okay.
from left to right.
As soon as you click all 3 of these keys, and you turn the door, you gently open the door.
Yeah.
Very, very gently. Do your classic creak and peek.
Yep.
When this door opens, this room, it doesn't look like a room at all. In fact, it looks more like a hallway, and that leads downward. There's no steps. It's like you see, you kind of see this like stone or even concrete kind of floor. It just starts heading downward. It's like it just ramps downward. Very dark. You can't see very far past it, but this space definitely is some kind of way down.
Okay, I still have the blood-soaked torch that I had kept on as inventory.
Sure.
I will light that.
Okay.
If I have
You already have a
means.
lit torch.
I had put it down at some point to swing a weapon, and I don't.
Then you picked
did
it up.
say, yeah, you said you picked it
You
up.
picked it up to search the room.
Okay, then I never mind.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought I had left it in a previous room. But cool. So I will lead the way with the lit torch.
Okay. So you start to make your way down. Tungsten, you kind of cradling your arm.
He's not cradling the arm, but he is he's not following as closely as he was before. He's definitely got a much more defeated aura about him as he follows you, and he's not like covering your back the way he was before.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's pulled further back.
I'm going to You still have both the muskets on you?
I have one, the other one's like slinged around you.
Okay. I'm going to take the one that I have, and I'm going to forcibly take your good remaining hand and like open it, and I'm going to smack the musket in your good hand. I'm going to say, remember what we've come here to do. Remember who you are.
Something needs killing, I'll kill it. But I need my arm back.
All in due time.
He'll follow you.
Okay. As you begin making your way down this pathway, what you also start to notice is that it starts to curve. It starts to, as it's making its way downward, it starts to curve as if
all the good ones have at least a little bit of curve.
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. It starts to curve a little bit, and then you find that as you continue further and further, that you're going inside in somewhat of like a spiral pattern. You're kind of going in circles as you're going downward. It feels like it's never ending, right? You're just slowly walking down, going in circles and going farther and farther down. It feels like it goes on forever. But after just a few minutes, it starts to kind of open up, and you're kind of in this singular kind of larger room. And as soon as you enter this, or you get down to this space, you see another similar sight. You see this very large-looking creature, and very similar to the Candlestick Man, but also very different. Has this kind of long black robe, and it has kind of, it has this skull-looking face, but then you also see all kinds of like tubes and stuff like that just like attached to it, and then there's like this like jar or some kind of container where a lot of those tubes kind of lead to, and then there's like this green liquid or something, and it looks like it's like embedded into his chest or something, and he's just this nasty, menacing looking creature. And yeah, as soon as he kind of noticed, how far do you guys like come in? Are you I know you're going like probably carefully, very slowly, but you're able to kind of, as that doorway starts to kind of open up, you start to see this.
With the torchlight, does it seem like he's immediately aware of our presence?
He is quite aware of your presence.
Mm-hmm. I'd probably slow to a halt at that point.
Sure.
Just to assess the situation.
Yeah. So in this room, you see this large figure, in whatever kind of biomechanical stuff he's got going on. Kind of looks up at the two of you as you guys kind of make yourself known. You kind of make your way up to the end of that hallway, and he says, welcome. I've been expecting you. You all have seemed to make quite an ordeal of my mention. But please, do not let me stop you from continuing further.